The sea swallowed by the gods, or so the world believed. In the drowned ruins of the Forgotten Shrine, 20 hopeful sought a relic of Tavos, god of the ocean, of change, of journey, and only 5 would return. They awoke amidst the corpse of their companions, half dead, haunted by creatures, warped by water and rot. Something had gone wrong. Whispers echoed through the flooded halls, unintelligible, but chilling. They pressed on, Fizzla, the scarred alchemist, Traumacus, the weary sheriff, Karnak, the ironclad gunslinger, Elias, the solemn ranger, and Sin, the quiet traitor of the Hollow Court. At a shattered altar, they learned the truth. The relic was no weapon, it was a warning, a spiral shell that sang to the dead, left behind by priests who drowned with their gods. They solved ancient riddles, faced drowned horrors, and battled a corrupted elemental in a sacred basin. Among the remains, they found signs of Tavros' final days, journals, broken vows, and a toy boat that was etched with the name of Kalen. A silver dagger still humming with the divine resistance, but a strange key that pointed something buried beneath the Redwick now rests in their hands. In the months since, the 5 have grown stronger, closer, and far more dangerous. They've taken on quiet work around Redwick, clearing brushes, trails near the fungal groves, repairing broken lines, running patrols on the outer ridge, even helping fix the old bell tower. Odds and ends, nothing heroic, but enough to earn the respect. Locals who once whispered now nods as they pass. The town has forgotten bloody they returned with, or the fact that they kept coming back. But in the Hollowlands, nothing stays buried forever. So going back, as you guys re-enter Redwick, the town, as it's a small town, word passes around quickly of what happened. You guys are given kind of a solemn hero's welcome, entering the town where people are nodding and patting you on the back, greeted by the mayor, Mayor Grey, who is Traumacus's father, approaches him. You can tell that he wants to embrace his son because he lived through it, but being the old, stubborn man, instead just gives him the half-smile pat on the shoulder of pride. Traumacus's adopted sister, Lysa, runs about waist-high on him, gives him a big hug, and does a sign that basically represents, like, love to Traumacus, as she is mute, and Traumacus really can't understand her, but they do have some signals that they both understand. Elias is also greeted by his parents that are, happy to see him and fully embrace him. Everybody else gets kind of, like the pat on the shoulders and the handshakes from the rest of the town. Your fame level has gone up a little bit, not necessarily from your heroic deeds, but just from the survival of such an event. You guys do make your way down to where Traumacus knew that the old lockers were, and opening it up with the key, you do find the Cloak of the Drowned Pilgrim, which is a cloak that, when worn, you can breathe in water, underwater. You gain a swim speed equal to your walking speed, and once per day, as an action, you can speak the cloak's command and create a gentle current around you and yourself, granting advantage athletic checks while swimming or avoiding currents. It does require a attunement, and the negative behind it is it does have a big symbol of Tavros on it. So wearing it could, at all times, could be a bit dangerous. So you guys can decide who takes this. You guys also find a cracked ivory compass. You don't quite understand it. It seems broken. It always points east instead of north.
Ooh, Fizzla grabs that because she wants to see if she can fix it.
All right. You also find an oil flask and 25 gold pieces.
She's like, why does this always point east? Tap, 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 tap. Maybe, wow. She kind of looks around. She goes behind Karnak because Karnak basically can cover her up. She kind of hunches behind him. She doesn't want anybody to see that she's trying to see if this is magical, because magic is not accepted in this world. So she's kind of hiding behind this giant Dragonborn.
I'll drop my shield in front of her right where she's working, so that so no one else can see it.
So she's going tapping the compass, and she's like, "Okay, are you magic, Mr. Compass?"
So, spending some time.
Oh, wait. Oh, no.
Okay. Spending some time on it, you do not detect anything magical about the object.
Okay. Maybe it's just broken. I'll have to fix it. And she puts it in her pocket with a thumbs up to Karnak.
So as you all head back into town, this will give us an opportunity. You guys did see 2 acts that you don't see every day, and you saw Elias cast magic, nature magic, and you did see a Sin cast magic that you've seen in dark spots. So I am curious on what your reactions are to that, but you did also, living through this together, you did build some kind of trust, so I am curious on your reactions through that.
This is still in the past, right?
Correct. This is like, yeah.
Are we still surrounded by the town, or I think that, where are we located?
This is just, you guys could have talked about this on your journey back. I'm just curious on what your reaction was to that.
So Fizzla kind of looks at Elias and looks at Sin, and she kind of crosses her arms in front of her, and she's like, "Something you want to tell us, misters? We're little poof poof boom booms."
I don't know about boom booms, but yeah, not exactly something I've had for a while, but getting used to it. Well, I got the feeling we're gonna be working with each other for a while, so
spill it, mister.
This is, I'm getting to it. It's gonna sound crazy, all right? It's just you gotta just hear me out. I found a grove that was still alive, wasn't dead, shrilled like the rest of these lands. Wasn't large, small clearing. Had to go through some mountain passes, tunnels, and there was this tree. And at the time, I thought I was going nuts. I heard something. A woman's voice. It was so faint, but these ears don't just frame my face. I caught it. And as I approached the tree, it was getting louder and louder. And I just felt drawn to it. Put my hand on the base of the trunk, and there was this light. It flowed into me, and I felt this warmth. And well, ever since then, I've been learning some things that I could do that I wasn't able to do before. I can't rightly tell you what it is, but yeah, it's magic of some kind. Hope you won't think anything less of me for it.
Oh. Like, you almost see her kind of like dancing on her feet. She's like, "That is so magnificent." And she goes and gives Elias's like a crazy hug.
Oh, this wasn't the reaction I was thinking I was going to get, but
she was like, guys, I have a little secret of my own, and just knowing that maybe you'll accept me. And she kind of brushes her hair, like behind her ears that are clamped with these metal things that look like maybe it was supposed to be jewelry or something. But she's like rips like kind of like takes it off, and you see her ears pop up. "I'm not a halfling, you guys. I'm a gnome, and we're very magical. Please don't tell anybody."
Oh, well, can't really say I know much about gnomes. But, well, you know mine. I'll keep yours.
"This is just so wonderful, so wonderful, so wonderful." And she's just kind of like dancing around, and then she's got, she kind of looks at the rest of the party members because she got so much in her excitement that she just didn't realize if the other party members would accept her. And she's like, "That's okay with you guys, right?"
Sin's like nervously scanning the surroundings, watching for any kind of patrol. "It's fine, just put them back away before somebody sees them."
"Oh, good idea. And she like clamps her ears back closed into the jewelry thing to make them look more round, and she brushes her crazy hair back over it, and she's like, "Okay, I feel so much better letting that out."
Well, I suppose got one last elephant in the room to address. And his eyes would settle on Sin. What about you?
"Look, I just learned whatever the Hollow Court thought would make me useful. I didn't really get choices in the matter."
"Ooh, you worked for the Hollow Court? You're not a spy, are you? You're not going to tell them about me, are you? And she's like, starts like,
"I was a slave and a conscript in their armed forces. I turned traitor the moment I could."
"Oh, okay. She kind of just breathing heavy.
I want to take your word for it, but
"I have a bigger bounty on my head than you would as a gnome."
"Okay, then I will help protect you."
You'll understand if we're a bit wary of you for a bit.
I don't know. When I stuffed
I'd be disappointed if you weren't.
when I stuffed that bottle down his throat, and so he could get back up, he fought, man. He fought. I'll protect you, and I think we can be friends. And she like holds out her little gnome hand to Sid. See what he'll do.
He shakes it.
Yay! Okay, puts her
Carefully.
You're gonna see him grabbing like her top 2 fingers and just like, yeah, I think.
All right.
So, if nothing else to be said about that, we will. Sorry. Go
yeah,
ahead.
I'll say something.
Yes, please go ahead.
Yeah. Karnak's thinking it'll have to come up at some point because you can't keep it hidden forever. He will, as everyone's kind of recounting their story, pull a second bag around to the front, and when he opens up the hatch to it, a pair of like grayish blue eyes peer out at you and then go back into the bag and say, well, I don't know how much I can trust all of you, but it seems like we all would suffer a very horrible fate where we'd never be caught. So at least in that spirit, I'm taking care of something, and it's going to come out eventually. So just want to make you all aware of it.
So that's basically what you guys see when he shows.
Ooh, what is it? Oh my goodness.
There's a second bag underneath my main bag that it just kind of like lives in.
So also
He's
not knowing
adorable.
much about this, because it's something that even Karnak's never really seen before, other than he knows it's a dragon. I would say Sin would probably know from just a bit of his history being on this side, even though he's never seen it in a dragon form, that usually those kind of eyes represent something that was corrupted in like egg form or before birth.
Corruption.
Some kind of shadow corruption.
Correct. Like
Yeah, he doesn't like the sun too much.
That your kid or something?
No. I came across the egg and I didn't want to see it go the route that everything else magical here is gone. So I've been, taking care of it till I can find out what to do with it. And then, eggs become babies, and now I'm dealing with a baby.
Oh, it's
What does it eat?
meat.
I mean, kind of looks like you.
it's
A little bit.
it's so wonderful.
I've never been that drunk, but yeah, a little bit.
Do you think
Well,
we were all meant to find each other? We all have some kind of magical history or beings or something. Maybe this is a sign of hope, you guys.
Well, I don't know about meant. I don't really know what the gods have done for me, but it works for sure.
won't take it
Got
that
a
far
reason.
just yet. We'll see where things go.
Fizzla kind of looks over at Traumacus, who's been observing all these magical things from him, and I'm pretty sure we would know he's the mayor's son, right? Kind of like inquires, and she's like, "So, mister, you okay with all this?"
Well, ma'am, I don't have much. I don't have any magic other than what's on my hips. But I'm a sheriff for the town, not for anybody else, and magic's not outlawed.
Okay, well, I think
And this is more of an OOC note that I kind of neglected that. How common are Dragonborn? Like, that seems like it'd be hella magical too.
Yeah, they're not common. He was taken into the city as the city does, but usually like if the Hollow Court comes, he's usually kind of told beforehand to go hide. It's not super common.
so. That just shows how Redwick is already kind of rebelliously fighting then, because they're allowing Dragonborn and into their own
Correct.
sheriff's thing.
It probably helps that I have a job and I'm working like that, because I'm sure there's some kind of inherent risk to keeping me around. Like, oh, what if the Holocord found out,
Or spies.
they decided or something.
But typical species, because even gnomes, they're magical, but it's not the pure blood of a unicorn or something. So their wanted things are usually 25, 50 gold pieces to turn them in. They're not this gigantic bounty that they give, because they're not they would squeeze out the little bit of juice from the lime, but it's not anything that they would send armies for, because. But
Still to be wary of.
You would risk bounty hunters, bounty hunters trying to collect that 25, 50 gold, but you wouldn't risk armies coming down for you.
Just real quick, Fizzla looks at Karnak and she's like, "Did you name him or her?"
No, I didn't know if I should. Frankly, I can't think of a name.
Do we know if
but
it's
no,
a
never
boy
really
or
had a name
girl?
to name it. I don't think so. No, never asked.
Should really name your kid.
I don't know if I want to think about this as my kid. I mean, we got to call it something though, so I'm open to ideas.
Send feed it some rations.
It almost kind of melds into the bag, and then when it moves, you can see it, and then it grabs the food and almost kind of melds back into the bag. Not magically, just it's very at home in the dark.
My vote's for Karnak Jr.
I would feel weird shouting Karnak Jr. anytime I needed to get it to do something. So
Well, you call him Junior at that point. How would they usually do?
Junior, it's not my kid.
Oh,
Are
I'm
you
just saying.
sure?
look, your I was gonna say skin, but your scale tone, its scale tone.
They're totally different.
Keep workshopping it and get back to me.
One's gray, one's like shadow scaled. They're totally different.
It's on the spectrum.
It's in the same
You're on
shade.
the spectrum.
Yeah.
What?
We'll just name him Fizzla's favorite.
So yeah, you guys can workshop the name. So knowing that you guys have a little baby dragon in the mist,
So cool.
you guys do make it back, and we are now at the current day. It's like 6 months later. It's basically the equivalent of September 26th, and so what they call Grim Harvest. And right now it's early evening after rain and never quite washed away. The wharf doors of the tankard groans open with a familiar protest, spilling lamplight and wood smoke into the muddy streets. Inside, the warmth doesn't reach the corners, but it does reach the bones. Thick black ale sloshes into wooden mugs, and the hard bread cracks between stained teeth as the room hums with a low grumble of survival. Dice rolling, arguments brewing, old songs hum through broken teeth. Above it all stands Silas Grint, an ex-priest, which is actually an ex-priest of Tavros, a now barkeep polishing a cup that doesn't need polishing, like it's a ritual. His eyes catch you before you cross the threshold as you guys just come in from a day's adventuring. Well, I'll be damned, he says, voice gravel soaked in whiskey. The gods may be silent, but it seems like the dead ain't done drinking, and he throws you guys down a round of drinks. So at this point,
This is future time, right?
yeah, this is current.
Okay,
current.
we were just doing some of the
Correct.
grunt work.
Some of the stuff that we didn't get to before. Yeah, you guys were just out doing some grunt work, doing odds and ends that you guys are usually tasked to do.
And this guy's name is
Silas.
Silas. He's the current barkeep.
Correct. So,
You're in Redwick right now?
yeah, you're in Redwick.
And did you give us the name of this tavern?
The tavern is the Rusty Tankard. And let's see. Yeah, and this is Silas, who is like I said, he's an ex-priest. Sorry, were you going to say something?
Yeah, I was just in response to what Silas said. He, raise the offered glass and be like, "Here's to living. A few more years, many more after that. And soon it won't just be living. Gotta keep that fire burning."
He silently cheers and, takes a drink himself, as you normally see him with a bottle of whiskey. Just to give a description of it, behind the wharf bar of the Rusty Tankard stands a man warped into weariness and wood smoke. His apron is stained, his hands calloused, and the symbol of a forgotten god hangs heavy on his chest. Not worn with pride, but with defiance. His eyes are bloodshot from not just from drink, but from watching too many hopes die in the bottom of too many mugs. He pours another round, cracks a bitter joke, and somewhere between the laugh and the silence, you feel the weight of the old sermons that were never finished. So, you guys have some drinks in front of you. You're sitting at a table. There's a few other people in the bar. You guys would know Bromgall, who is the resident tinkerer.
Bromgall.
Yeah. So he's a little bit sketchy. He's a little weird.
Sounds right up Fizzla's alley. Has Fizzla been working under him at all to become?
I wouldn't say under him. If you're probably working with anybody at all, it probably would be the blacksmith. You probably would not be working with him. He's very fidgety, very, very shifty. Not the most trustworthy fella.
Bramgall?
Yeah, Bramgall.
Not someone you'd want handling dangerous liquids.
Right.
Correct.
I don't know if you want Fizzla handling dangerous liquids.
True. You would probably also know Edrin Wyland. He runs the alchemist shop of Redwick.
His name's what?
Edran. Edran.
Edran. He's the alchemist.
Yep. But other than that,
You have a picture of him, or?
Yes.
I'll tell you, something ain't right with that Rambo.
I know.
Hairs on the back of my neck raised.
I know. His contraptions are always shitty, if you ask me. Mine are so much better. As she takes a swig of her ale, and she's like, "Oh, so gross." Puts it down. So Fizzla kind of just gets to herself and kind of like sits back in her chair. You just see her just fumbling with that compass that she got 6 months ago. Still not knowing what it's for and why it doesn't work. She's always just fidgeting with it.
At this point, the barkeep also, gives you guys some bread and, it's like hard bread, a little bit of fruit, not much though. He said this, this one's on the house for helping me out as you were just doing a mission that would have helped him.
Okay.
What that mission was, you guys can come up with. But yeah, it was just like a little odds and end for him. So he's just trying to show you guys his gratitude, and you guys are just kind of there, eating, drinking, and living throughout the day. Is there anything you guys want to talk about or anything while we're here, or we're kind of...
Elias would probably just ask Silas, what are we short on? What do we need more of?
I mean, we need more of everything, right? We always do.
Probably better, right, Silas?
She's
just giggling in the corner.
Yeah, I know the preserved food's running a little short for winter that's coming. But yeah, it's an everyday trek around here. So as he's talking to you, you hear a little knock on like the back door behind Silas, and Silas peeks his head at the door, and you see him like kind of like whispering to someone back there, and he walks up to you guys, back to you guys, and he's like, "You're wanted. Be quiet though. Don't be too loud." As he tells your group that the 3 slow taps on the back door, one being, you didn't notice like there was like 3 taps, but one was fast, so it sounded like a code to you guys. So yeah, he just lets you guys know like you're wanted, but don't be too loud.
Wanted? As in somebody's after us?
Like here in Redwick?
Yeah, in the back room.
I thought you meant like wanted, like they're about to take my head. Wanted as in go to the back door?
He looks at you like, wow, how are you guys still not getting this? Yes, go to the back door.
Okay. You should have better phrasing than wanted, Silas, as she passes by him.
Yeah, phrasing, man.
So
she's like hiding under the table, covering her ears.
he leads you guys back to usually like a little private meeting room that not many people know about. And sitting there is the mayor, Mayor Tomlin Grey. That is a picture of the mayor, which is Trauma's father. And a tankard's back room, with stone walls, thick doors, scent of mildew and stale incense. A single candle flickers atop of a crate. You can still see like the rain dripping from the cracked beams overhead. Silas, before he leaves, says, "Don't say anything loud, and don't say anything twice." He closed the door. Then Gray steps out. His cloak is damp. His limb's a little heavier than usual, his face drawn tighter than you remember. His iron rings catches the candlelight, and he approaches you guys saying, "It's Elsie."
Elsie.
She hasn't...
What's wrong with Elsie?
The mute girl?
Yes, no. That's Lysa. This is
Gotcha.
Elsie. She's a courier of the town. She's young, but she's quick and she's nimble. But she is usually the one who does like little quick missions. I mean, not necessarily quick, but she does like the little secretive missions for the town. Even though she's young, probably about 14. He says, she's smarter than she pretends to be. She took a run through the grain woods 3 nights back, but she hasn't come back. He rests both of his hands on the crate as he steadies himself. "I haven't told the town. Too much fear already. Last time they panicked and we lost 5 good people to stampede to the gate. Rumors are already spreading that Wraiths got her, she ran off, or all of it. But I know better. She wouldn't run."
Has there been any patrols or anything out along her path?
No patrols have been out her path, but the 1 or 2 travelers that came in town, we didn't really feel comfortable asking, so we kind of hinted around just if anyone, seen Elsie, because, but we didn't want to go too much into it, and it didn't seem like there's been much, but there has been reports of some attacks on the road. But he kind of slams his fist down on the table, kind of shaking the candlelight that flickers. "She's way too damn good and smart to get caught by something like that. I just know something's wrong." But
where was she going?
She was heading on up to do a little mission to Graveford for us.
To where?
Graveford. It's the town north of here.
North.
And as you guys know, that Graveford is the ultra quiet town, as even the Hollow Court doesn't really know it exists, because when it got flooded, the people stayed, but they made homes inside the sewers and tunnels. So usually if there's any kind of patrol or any kind of messenger, Elsie has to do that. So it's a route that she runs often. So it's very odd for her to be missing.
What kind of attacks were on the road? Like animal attacks or like bandits?
They don't know, and then that's why people are saying wraiths, because nobody's seen the attacks. They're just seeing, like...
Just people are disappearing?
Yeah, like, there's been some rumors of claw prints, and there's been some rumors of people taken so fast that just nobody sees what it is.
With the hollow court getting further, is the destruction getting further into by Greyford?
I don't know. I
don't know if that's it.
Yeah,
I don't think they'd be that subtle.
If that were it, I feel like Redwick would have got hit first. They got the mountains on either side. Redwick's at the throat. They'd have to come through us.
And somebody roll me an insight check for the mayor as well.
Insight?
Yeah.
I could do insight. Well, of course my rolls are...
Mine was
I
too.
forgot I don't roll very high in this campaign.
I'm also very insightful if I can give it a roll.
All right, here. How about this?
A group?
I'm going to give you guys a group one. You guys will have to pass it as a group.
Yeah, let's go.
So we will do
I'm not
insight.
very insightful, people. I'm in my own little head creating. She's not.
You've got great insight just to your own brain.
Yep.
Should I roll again?
Yeah,
or should I leave it?
just go and roll again.
I'm at disadvantage
Oh, I
on
love this.
insight.
Hell yeah, still rolling
roll
like
no,
crap. I'm
no,
changing
no,
the
no,
color
that's
of my
insane.
dice.
There we go.
My dice are cursed.
All right, so yeah, you guys really just don't notice anything. But yeah, so he just, and he does say, you guys have done more, the most these past months, patch fences, track beasts, fix things no one else could bother to lift a finger for. But you didn't come back from that, you didn't just come back from that shrine. You stayed, and that's what matters. And that's why I'm trusting with you with this. And he looks over at Elias. He's like, you know the woods better than most of the scouts. You've earned their respect, even if they don't show it. I need you guys to head out quietly. No announcements, no search party. Just bring her back, or bring back the truth, and don't stir the town. Not again. He leans in slightly. Whatever's out there is not just beasts, and as well as you guys know. So I want you guys to be careful while you're out there.
Do what I can, sir.
Karnak,
You got it.
yes, sir.
All right, folks. You're with me. I'll keep you in one piece.
All right. So is there anything you guys want to gather so on before you leave?
Fizzla starts looking at all her pockets and there like that, and all her pouches. She has pouches and potions all over her. She's like, all right. We have enough food, and my ecto-bug distraction device. That could be helpful. Color pop blaster, just in case we need to track ourselves back to somewhere. I can mark things. Oh my goodness, explosives. Oh my goodness, this is definitely, okay, good. And she just keeps on talking to herself.
All right. So the party starts heading out to find.
We were doing hush as we were gathering
Yes.
supplies.
Yeah. So as far as like the town just kind of knows, you're.
How long going on another one of our excursions?
Yeah.
How long were we gathering supplies, I think? An hour? Half hour?
Yeah. I'd probably say to hit the shops and stuff. It's on the southern end of town, so you've had to go to the middle of town. I probably would have said about an hour to gather up supplies, everything you needed, so on and so forth. So we're heading out.
I think as we're leaving, I'm going to turn to Trauma and say, I feel like for a deputy of Redwick, I would have been spending more time working in Redwick. It feels like we're going everywhere but Redwick. Like, I don't know, did we cover all this area as well? I don't fully understand.
Well, we pretty much go where Pa tells us to go, so if he's telling us to go over here, I guess that we're going to be sheriffs over there.
Yeah, I can appreciate that. So, find a way to make it make sense.
Not much in the way of limited jurisdiction around here.
Come on, little girl's
World's
in
up and
trouble.
went
Well, I guess
to
she's not
shit.
little, but Elsie's in trouble. We have to go help her.
So once they get a little ways out of the town and whatnot, Elias would kind of just take a quick powwow with the group and be like, all right, well, I know we got quite a few of you that prefer firearms. Obviously, those are loud, but who among you are able to be quiet?
Quiet. I can try.
I'll pull out my warhammer and say, this is more quiet, but that's about as quiet as I get.
My
Right.
chainmail
Clink,
actively
clink.
jingling as you ask this question.
Yeah, exactly.
Fizzla pulls
Okay.
out a boned-looking contraption looking like a boomerang. I always have this, but I much rather throw Fizzla's favorite. And she holds out like this red vial, and she like tucks him in.
Well, earlier you said that the little dragon was your favorite, so don't throw that. It'll die. Okay, well, pretty much just me is able to fight quiet and effectively.
Well, I can fight
What about
effectively.
not fight? What about just step lightly? Probably maybe the sheriff. He's probably able to be quiet as long as he's not shooting.
I do have some daggers if the need arises.
Just trying to know how well we might be able to sneak by something if we need to.
I can do
I
this.
have
I'd have to take my armor off.
So Fizzla, when she says I can do this, as she's standing next to Elias, can I roll a sleight of hand and try to take something out of Elias's pockets?
Sure.
She's gonna go for maybe a couple of his arrows. Okay.
I think.
I guess I just roll perception against it.
No. Now.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Yeah,
Ignore that, I guess.
yeah, nowadays it goes by a DC check. So
Passive.
like your passive perception check.
Oh,
Let's see your passive perception
I have expertise in perception.
is 15. So you were able to swipe.
So as
something.
she's like looking at Elias, kind of like saying, "Oh, I can definitely be stealthy," and she kind of like slips her hands into his, where he keeps his arrows, and takes 2 arrows, and she's like, "Hey, Elias, you dropped these," and then she like hands them back to him.
Real funny.
So what is going to be our traveling order? Like who's going to be in front and what's everybody doing as they're traveling?
Well, being that Elias is the guide, I imagine he'll probably take point.
Okay. And what are you going to be doing?
Sin will definitely want to be like middle of the pack.
Okay.
Phila would want to be middle. She doesn't want to be snuck up behind somebody behind her.
Okay.
And she would definitely be looking to see if there's any bloodroot or ash blossom around, or gillyweed, or like any. She would try to grab like a couple on her way if she sees it on the, if any ingredients on her way.
Unless you guys are traveling slow, it's going to be like a higher DC check to see if you can, do you find anything. What are you looking for, Elias? Like, so what are you doing up front? Like, are you looking for signs of something? Like what are you keeping an eye out for?
As far as I imagine, he would be.
Just like
He said, how long ago was it the girl
she's been missing
hasn't come back?
for 3 days.
3 days. Yeah, so I guess he'd be fairly familiar with her size and whatnot, and trying to
Just look for signs.
look for signs and try to get
Tracks.
started on the trail, essentially.
So
Also, though, before they got too involved, another thing he would ask the group is, who else has got eyes? I mean, I don't mean that literally. Of course, we all got eyeballs.
I do. She takes like
Man.
a little jar. There's a little vial with a human eyeball in it. Need one?
Still
No.
don't know what that's about.
Okay.
I'm talking about
She puts it back in her pocket.
whose eyes work well,
I can see well enough.
right?
I
Karnak, you
figured I'd
wanna?
pull up the caboose in case, because we might get ambushed on the way out here, 'cause that's the fear. So I figured I'd put myself in the back unless you want me somewhere else.
That's about what I was gonna say. You want to be rear guard?
Yep. And I will just kind of walk to the back of the group.
All right. And then yeah, he'd just gonna find us a trail here to work with.
all right. So roll me a perception check, just as we're kind of walking down.
Man, I saw that 20.
You can go ahead and roll me a survival check to find herbs that we said.
No, we said we were gonna go nature.
Oh, nature. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, survival's for food.
Wow. So low.
Yeah, you really didn't find any bloodroot or anything like that. So you guys are traveling. It's been about
How does the road look? Like, how does our surroundings look? Like this area of Redwick.
it's starting to get a little bit foggy. Losing it.
Are the trees kind of withered and stuff
Yeah.
around here?
So this is basically what you guys are seeing at the moment.
Okay.
Pretty Sleepy Hollow.
Yeah, the sun never quite shows its face today. Gray clouds hang like a lid over the Redwicks as the party departs, crossing the fungal ridge and heading north into the grain woods. The road becomes less of a road and more of a memory. Stone gives way to mud, then to moss, bone-dry leaves that crunch far too loud. You travel for about 4 hours. This is where, Elias, you find roughly the first sign of what you think could be Elsie. You find a torn scrap of courier red cloth. It looked like that it was snagged on a branch, and you see small boot print, like you can barely see it, that fades and trails further into the woods and not along the trail. And behind it, you also see a long drag mark in the dirt that doesn't look like it would have came from her.
Are they near? They're near the prints?
So, like, if you're looking towards the woods, like where it looks like that she went, then that's where you see that long trail, like following her.
Following her.
Yeah,
okay.
that's what it looks like. It looks like something that was not hers, but going in that same direction. So, what your assumption would be is that she was being followed.
So, and no blood or anything, right?
Not that you see.
Okay.
Does the dragging thing have footprints next to it?
No, it just looks like something that was dragged
Into the woods?
into the woods.
So what Fizzla does, she's like, do you think that's it, Elias? Is that her clothing?
It's definitely hers, but what concerns me is this here. I can't think of any creature that would leave tracks like this, but
Is it something
giant snakes out here?
snake-like?
Yeah.
definitely is.
Or worm.
Yeah, I guess how broad is this drag? Is it like...
It's pretty broad, like maybe about 3 feet across and maybe about 6 feet long.
If this is a damn snake, it's going to be the biggest damn snake I ever seen.
Yeah, that's a big
And I ain't ever seen a snake that follows someone. Usually they don't
Maybe
want
moves
really much
sideways.
to do with you.
There's so many creepy
And
things
he
in these
moves, like
woods.
rolling over and over.
Fizzla, though, kind of like goes to the tree of the marking of like where the tracks are, and she takes her color pop blaster out and she paints a small little X, so mark where they are at. And
Not that we'd be surprised, but be ready for fighting some creature of the court.
are we sure we're ready for this? I guess there is a life on the line. If she's still alive. Do we think
If
she's
anything,
still
if we
alive?
could even just wound it, slow it down, and get her out.
We have to work on the assumption that she's still alive for now.
Okay.
But he just get his bow ready and kind of have an arrow kind of loosely knocked as he keeps following the trail now.
Right. So you do end up traveling more into the woods. As you're traveling, every now and then you might see like a speck of something, but you're not quite sure. The forest hushes and the mist grows thicker around.
You do notice Fizzla marking trees with her color blaster to try to find their way back out, possibly.
Okay. So go ahead and roll me another perception check.
All right. Hey, we rolled good.
First 20 of the night.
So you guys travel about another hour into the woods. Elias really just picks up on the track, like he's like on the trail, finding like, which most people would not have been able to see. It's just like this little mark, but it's very evident to Elias though of what it is. And he's like, this way, and you guys keep traveling, and he also picks up that you're getting closer. He says that these track marks are probably from maybe about 4 hours ago, 5 hours ago maybe.
And it's very misty, like foggy, you said right now?
I'm sorry, not 5 hours ago. Probably from about a day ago. Yeah, they're probably from about a day ago. But then that's why like it's like hard to really see. It's kind of been like kind of pushed over, but since he rolled that check, he was able to see it. What did you say?
Is it very foggy still?
It's getting thicker and thicker the further you guys go in, which you guys do know these are called the grain woods. And a lot of that reason is because like this gray cloud just seems to like never really leave this forest area.
When we pop out, we're in front of a house with 2 children in front of it.
Correct. And a grandma that wants to cook or something.
So we're going back into Ravenloft.
So, yeah. So you guys keep traveling through. The forest thickens as you press in, and moss hangs from the crooked branches like skin from old bones. The light thins, not from the hour, but from the mist. It clings low, brushing your ankles like it's trying to hold you back. You then see it. A splash of blood on a root, smeared across stone, fresh. Not enough for death, but enough to say that something was moving fast and hurting. It's the rain is starting to drizzle down, and the fog thickens up. You see the blood around this area, right here as well. and it seems to be heading in a southern direction.
All right, lively now.
Oh, shoot, sorry.
Try not to be too quiet. Well, try to be as quiet as you can, but we gotta move quick. We got blood.
No, 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 no. This place is very eerie, you guys. Should I call out for Elsie? No, that would not be good.
Can I guess about how deep this water is?
The river flows dark and slow. Black silt churns beneath the water surface, disturbed by a broken spine of a half-sunken boat. And what might be a bone, a wooden bridge spans the river, swaying gently in the fog, ropes frayed, planks rot, blood speckled across ahead, droplets, splashes, whatever was across here was bleeding. The river looks like it's probably about 20 feet wide, and it looks fairly deep. Deep enough that a little sailboat or rowboat could be in it.
Can I slap on that cloak of Tapos in case I end up having to go in the water, the cloak of the drowned pilgrim?
Okay, did you attune yourself to it?
I didn't expressly say it, but I would have.
Okay.
I don't know if we can do it now or not.
Yeah, it's
but,
fine. It was 6 months ago that you found it, so that's fine.
Okay.
Right, so around right here is where you see like a little bit more of a trail heading in this direction, which would lead you directly to the bridge, where you do see on the post right here like a bloody handprint, and you see specks of blood going across the bridge.
He goes up to the edge of the bridge and kind of gets a good look at the state of it.
Yeah, it looks rotted planks and ropes are frayed, so it does not look in great
Yeah,
shape.
this bridge.
Roll me a investigation if you want to investigate the bridge.
I can assist with that.
Okay.
Okay, we'll give it a go. Oh, it didn't give me the option to roll with advantage.
All right, just roll again then. Okay. You can't tell too much from the bridge, but you can tell that right here looks like a board broken, and you see a bloody handprint here. So it looks like someone like fell through, caught themselves, and like were able to bring themselves up and keep going.
So Elias would try to keep his feet to the outside of the planks where the rope is,
Okay.
where it would have the most stability, and because it's being held by and supported by more, and he would just try to slide his feet along and start shimmying along this bridge.
All right. I need you to roll me a. Let's see, what do you think would be for that? Nimble footing, plank to plank. So I need an investigation. Haul across confidently grip. Yeah, I guess it'd be investigation would be the only thing I could think of, or maybe nimble or athletics or something, or
What are you, just to get? Yeah, I guess acrobatics or athletics.
Yeah, go ahead and try acrobatics if you're just trying to be nimble on the ropes.
I mean, he's not even so much trying to be nimble. He's just trying to be smart about it and put his feet where it would have the best chance of stability.
Okay, then I guess I'll just roll to see if it holds, because like I said before, like the ropes are frayed, so it wouldn't necessarily be stable there. So
Yeah, I mean, he figured his chances were better with that than rotten, already broken wood.
all right, I'll go ahead and roll to see if that holds for you. I'll say it's very wobbly, but it does hold enough to get you across. But it's very wobbly. Like it's almost like you're hearing like the rope tightening and like almost like where it wants to snap. But
Fizzla was analyzing the whole time he was doing it. And she's like,
And now that he's across, I'm pretty sure in his explorer's pack there's rope, I believe. Maybe not. I don't see it listed in my inventory, but I thought it came with rope. Oh, yeah, there it is. Yeah, never mind. It's got rope and oil. Yep. So he'll kind of tie the rope to himself. Well, actually, no, he's not going to tie the rope to himself. He's going to tie the rope to this tree over here, and then throw the other end across to give people an anchor.
okay, roll a survival, I guess. Yeah, while you tie it. Okay. Yeah.
We got them 20s in the house. I should have spent some inspiration. I would have already got it back.
You are strangling
Yeah.
that tree with the rope.
Yeah, you might actually break the tree from the strangle.
Am I getting maple syrup out of this tree?
You might be. All right. So
That's an oak.
who is next?
so he threw the rope across the bridge.
Yeah, and then tied it off.
Did it make it?
Yes.
The other side of the rope?
Yeah, he rolled a really good.
So Fizzla grabs the other side and she ties it to, is it long enough to tie to the tree behind her here?
How long is the rope?
Should be a 50-foot bundle of rope.
So how far is that? that 20 feet. So
Let's
yeah.
see.
So she.
Yeah, it should be fine. And you have to wrap it around. So it's probably like just enough.
Okay, so then she's going to hold on to the rope and delicately go across this.
And we got to roll me a survival check, see how well you tie it.
Oh, okay.
Jeez, oh feet.
We crafters
Well,
up
we
in
are-
here.
Yeah, you guys have the tightest rope.
When it comes to
We ain't
combat.
falling.
Yeah, you guys have the tightest rope ever seen.
Fizzla does a nice little tug at it. She's like, "Oh, this feels nice and secure, you guys." And she kind of
It's
like,
nothing but nat ones if we have to fight something with all these 20s.
right? And she starts to kind of hop on each board gently, holding onto the rope.
And I think regardless of the outcome, Karnak would have grabbed onto the rope as you were going just in case, because you're probably small enough that if it broke, I could hold on to it.
All right.
Yeah, and with the same reasoning, when Karnak goes to cross, being that he's probably the heaviest,
Okay.
Elias tries his best to like also kind of hold the rope on that end to like make it extra stable.
Wait.
You're gonna come in with me.
Okay, yeah, I would say if you guys tied that so good, I'm just going to allow you guys, to cross, because...
Now I look at the guys. Do we leave the rope attached like this if we have to do a fast getaway, or do we take our
I
rope
probably
back?
would. I ain't worried about the rope. I'm sure one of you got rope.
I got a rope.
We could leave this one here.
Okay.
Right.
We can grab it on our way back if we have time.
Did you make this map?
Yes.
It's really cool, babe.
Thanks. So, yeah,
Yeah.
so...
Sure to remind you.
Yeah, so coming down this way, you see what looks like a ruined temple. Roofs caved off or collapsed in. A lot of wreckage behind it.
Did it look like? Does he see anything in terms of a trail heading in that direction?
Yes. Yeah, you see like broken branches, everything like that.
And being that they're heading into a structure before they get any closer, he puts his bow away and he quietly draws both swords before he gets closer.
Okay.
And he's going to be moving quietly at this point. Oh well, he thought he was.
I mean, as far as you
He
know, you're
launches
moving.
a rock with his foot.
Well, you know what? No, we're burning this. We're burning this inspiration.
I would laugh to the one again.
Yeah, that'd been pretty great. Okay.
And he just kind of looks back to the others and kind of puts a finger up to his lips and then points to himself and then points forward and then kind of holds up a hand like in a stop symbol.
As you hear like Sing come to a stop.
Right.
Fizzla gives a thumbs up. As this isn't their first go round of following Elias, I'm guessing.
No, you probably followed Elias often.
Yeah, that's what she gives him the
Yeah.
usual Fizzla thumbs up.
So, coming in here, you see this broken wooden table, and you see a bloody handprint on here. And over here, you see what looked like a sewer that's been, like, blown apart. Like, the metal jagged are, like, popped up, like it exploded from within. And you see, like, blood marks on the metal.
He'd kind of, anyone that he could see, he would just kind of wave over and point down.
Anybody have a spare torch to drop down there?
Elias would grab one of his own torches and light it before dropping it down the hole.
Okay. So don't light one yet. We'll light one once we get in there. So as you drop the torch in, you see it go down, which you can judge probably looks about 20 feet. And then the torch goes out, and you hear like a splash of water. So
Gonna
go ahead
be
and burn
wet
the
again.
torch.
Why is all our adventures so wet? My tools.
Figures. All right. Karnak,
Yes,
you got a rope?
I do. And I will pull out the rope that's tied onto my pack.
Think you can support me?
Oh, I sure can. And I will.
Alright.
I'll brace myself up against like a pew or a bench or something that's not going to move, and I'll lower the rope down.
And then he'd kind of like try to tie the rope around himself and lower himself down into the hole with the rope.
All right, roll me a. Oh, thanks, Sassy. I keep forgetting about that. I don't even know why that sounds. Okay, it's supposed to just be for a sound, but that went over. Anyways, so roll me a strength check.
Me?
Yes, yeah, 'cause, like
Okay, strength check.
if it was Fizzla, you probably wouldn't have had to roll one because she's so small. But
Athletics work?
no, just roll strength.
Okay, here we go.
Okay,
It's the same.
yeah. Oh, it's happening.
Oh, my hand did brush the mic barely. Sorry.
So as he goes in, he's a little bit heavier than you thought, and you kind of like slip forward, but you're able to like put your shield down to kind of like brace yourself. And so quiet, not like this. And you are. What happened, King?
All right, we'll say.
I like to think as I was getting pulled forward, I
Turn his microphone.
jammed the the bottom of my spear or my shield into the ground and then just like leaned into it.
Yeah, that's what I was picturing too.
Kind of like putting a chair up on a door. Yeah.
Fizzla's whispering out there, what do you see, Karnak?
I mean, I'm still in the room.
Oh, he's in this room.
Yeah, he's holding Elias.
Yeah, I'm holding the rope and belaying Trauma down, I think. Or
Trauma's going down. Okay.
Elias, I'm
Sorry.
belaying Elias down.
What do you see down there?
Okay, I think it's not doing it anymore. We're
No,
good.
it sounds good.
Okay.
So you can go ahead and double click the sewer. That should bring you down.
Oh, well, yep. Okay. There was a little bit of a delay, but yep, it brought me.
All right.
Well, I guess he's going to. Well, let's see. Let's minus one torch because I dropped one down there, and then what do we? He's gonna light another one while he's hanging from the rope. I guess I just mark it as equipped.
Yeah,
Puts the light
just
torch on?
just click it and use it.
Oh, okay. Light.
All right. So yeah, down here you see like the sewer. It looks like an abandoned sewer. You see water puddled. It's about knee deep, maybe a little under your knee. It's very damp. It has like a really ragged smell to it. It smells like very stale water and the smell of abandonment. But all you can see is down this way, and you can see it looks like it does continue down.
And then with the lighting walls, I'm assuming this is just a wall, right?
Yeah, it's just a wall.
Okay. So he's just kind of hanging there, but he's able. So he could feel his feet on the bottom, and it's just about knee deep or a little bit below the knee.
Yeah.
He's gonna call up. Seems like it should be safe. It ain't that deep.
For you,
About knee height
maybe.
for me.
Fizzla's like, stupid water. She's like, all right, I'm coming down.
Hope you got a strong stomach. Don't smell great down here.
So roll me an athletics check to see how well you go down the rope.
Athletics.
Okay. Yeah, so go ahead and double click the sewer.
All right, she goes down. She's like, oh, this smells just as bad as my stinklet. I can handle it.
I don't even want to know what a stinklet is. All right. So sliding down, you're able to make it down. The water for you is probably like a little like under your chest. So it's a little bit deeper for you.
She puts her aviator goggles down to try to keep any splashes out of her eyes or anything like that because she's kind of wading through the water again.
All right. What's everyone else doing?
Down we go, I guess.
All right. And then I need you to roll me another strength check, which will be heavier because he's wearing heavier armor from Karnak.
For me, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, again, like this one, like even kind of shoves you in further, but you're able to take your shield and dig it in a little harder, and you're able to maintain and hold him.
Go, Karnak.
So go ahead and double click the sewers, Sid.
Oh, nice. Okay. I didn't even see anything to interact with, but it still let me do it. That was cool.
All right. Was it just trauma?
Yes, I guess it's me.
All right, go ahead and roll me in athletics. And I will say, Karnak, you're dug in enough now where you should be fine.
Okay.
Oh, why hasn't it let me roll athletics? Come on.
I'm seeing you rolling.
I see the rolls.
I've seen 3 rolls.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I've seen like 19 rolls now.
I think
I'm not seeing anything.
the first one was a 19, I think.
Well, I see. I see the dice itself rolling across the screen.
All right, let me just see if I can roll it. Let's see.
Trauma must be lagging pretty hard.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, you do slide down, and as you're sliding down, like your hands kind of slip. Not used to like this kind of strenuous activity, and you kind of slip down a little bit faster than normal. You splash into the water, and the water's deep enough to kind of brace the impact from like that fall of a drop. But it did not look very graceful as you did it. So yeah, I want to say you can double click this sewer, but I don't know if it'll work for you. Oh, there you go. All right, Karnak.
Look at me.
So how are we getting down?
I'm gonna do my best to secure the rope to something that's not gonna move, and then I'm gonna try and work myself down the rope.
All right, so roll me a survival check to see how well you tie that off.
We know how to tie
Yeah,
ropes.
you feel like you tied it pretty good.
And then down I go.
Yeah, roll me in athletics. All right, so
Not pretty.
So
Not pretty.
you see, with Karnak's heavy armor, after helping everybody else down, he's like, "All right, guys, I tied it off," and he grabs it and he goes to slide down. He kind of like bumps on the wall, bumps down, like just like literally like
Clunkety clunk.
yeah, the most ungraceful thing because the heavy armor makes it even harder compared to just like splashes down and gets up and kind of has like a look on his face like
I'm guessing the splash goes all
Yeah.
over Fizzla's face, and she's like,
sewer water all,
she's like wiping her goggles.
all
It never gets any easier.
which like with how big you are too, like you probably just fit down there too. Like it was probably a very tight squeeze. So as you move forward,
I don't see Karnak down here.
you just go ahead and double click.
Oh, I got to double click. We need to do that.
All right. You descend into Redwick's oldest arteries. The tunnel is tight, choked, the moss and dripping filth. Root snakes through mortar-like veins through skin. The walls pulse with dampened silence. You hear nothing. No wind, no life, just a slow, deliberate drip of distant water. And somewhere, a scuttle, like little mice and other little things that might be living in here.
It's so quiet down here.
Since I don't think we're as worried about getting ambushed on the road, I can go a little more forward as well. Try and be the first thing that things run into.
Yeah, I don't think anything's finding us from under here. Ugh. Do we think it's smart? Are we going in the lair of the little slithery thing that exploded out of here?
We might be.
And drag poor
The Alaskan bull.
Elias, you want to bring the light forward?
Yeah. He's gonna. Well, Elias is gonna be looking to hand the torch off to someone because both of the ways he fights uses both of his hands.
All right, so go ahead and add yourself one sin and go ahead and light it, and you just put yours out, and that'd be like you handing it off to him.
Okay, extinguish, and then I'll be down one more torch because that'll be getting passed over to Sin.
So, observing in the water, is she
So
feeling anything? Or,
roll me a perception check.
like, there's no dead bodies down here? Or, yeah, she's a, she
You
don't know.
failed nothing.
Sometimes
You got
it'd be
water
like
in your
that.
eyes underneath
Yeah,
your
Yeah.
You're still wiping
I'm still wiping the
from
water,
Karnak.
right? Yeah, right? She's like, I can't see a damn thing. Everything's fogged over.
So as you approach this, you see two different outlets that both kind of come to a dead end. And further down, you see what looks like down this way, you see what looks like is a collapsed wall
Where's the colossal?
down this way. So as you get closer, you see...
Damn.
The tunnel ends in a snarl, stone and pipe, a cave-in from an old city above. Slumped near the debris lies a red-cloaked figure, pale, still, fingers bloodied.
Is she alive? Somebody go check her.
You said it was which tunnel? This one?
Send
Or...
rushes forward.
Yeah, this
All
one.
right. As you rush forward, you hear, and she like throws a rock at you. So she is still alive. She gets up in a pure panic and she throws like a rock at you.
Would she know any of us?
Yes, but in her like pure panic, she gets up, she throws rocks like no, and then like all of a sudden like. So yeah, she screams, grabs, throws a rock blindly, goes, "Stay back!" And then her eyes meet yours in recognition, checks her fear, and she runs in over to Sin with her arms outstretched, and she grabs in you, sobbing so hard that it shakes your frame.
Easy, I got you.
She
Did I pull out a healer's kit?
What happened, Elsie?
you shouldn't have come. You shouldn't have come. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. I thought I could lose them.
Them?
You're cutting out a bit.
I am. Let's see.
I don't know, maybe it's on my end, but I'm having trouble
No,
catching
I
it.
get it too. It drops out.
It was me too. Yeah, it like cut off the end of his sentence.
Okay. Do I sound okay now?
Yeah.
Right
Do
now,
the
you do,
peaks.
yeah.
Like if you get loud enough, it might try and cut you out. Just as a guest.
Yeah, I don't know. Are you on, like, push to talk or...
No, I'm just on open talk, but I shouldn't have it on peak. Input sensitivity, maybe. I'll turn that off. Maybe that'll work. Okay, so can you hear me now?
I hear you.
Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
So, all right, so she says, "Oh, you shouldn't have come. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. I thought I could lose them.
Who's them?
I don't know. They weren't normal. I've done this thing for a long time, and nothing's ever caught me before, but they did. I didn't even hear them. Not until it was too late." And she's just wiping blood from her chin, trembling.
Fizzla, as she's talking, and Sin is like, she's doing a medicine check on her also. Like, she's kind of like dabbing her, like trying to wipe some of the blood off and everything as she's
That's
telling
what I
her.
was actually trying to click was medicine
Yeah,
check.
as she's,
Okay.
I guess
So-
I could assist.
So,
Get those out of the way now.
yeah, so...
Smash your hand away.
Yeah, so Sin's like fixing her up, and Fizzla is also fixing her up, but she's actually fixing Elias up, like, because she doesn't even know who she's fixing up.
Her goggles are still smeared
Yeah.
with the sewer water.
So you can tell that she's definitely lost a lot of blood, Sin. She looks like she's probably been laying here for like a day or so, just kind of holding on.
I'm going to use a charge of the healer's kit to try to treat her.
Okay. I'll just say because she doesn't technically have, but I'll just give her like a roll. Was it like a 1d8 plus your wisdom? I'll give her.
I think it's plus my proficiency bonus.
Okay. What is your proficiency bonus? 2?
I'm going to double check. Yeah, plus, 2. My proficiency bonus.
Alright, so she heals for about 7. Apply healing.
She's like wrapped in gauze bandages now.
She's like, they were clever and fast. I ran for hours. I thought they'd be too big to follow me down here, and I blew that gate. Fizzla, you'd be proud. I used that charge you gave me a while back.
Oh, I'm so proud of you, Elsie.
And then I thought
The tracks.
and then I thought I could rest just for a minute, but I think they're still out there, and I can feel it. We're trapped now, aren't we? I'm glad you came, but I don't think we're getting out.
Can you describe what was chasing you?
I couldn't even see them. They were so fast and smart. Like every time I looked, they were in and out. It was something like I've never seen before.
Yes, we're here now.
I don't think we're getting out.
We're getting out.
Remember, we were the five that survived that. Out of 20, we can get you out.
And this is a dead end here. There's nothing behind her.
Correct. Yeah. So it was like a tunnel that kept going, but it like caved in from the top. Like it. Yeah. It looks like there'd be no way to go forward.
Okay.
Do you need any water, Elsie? Are you thirsty?
I'm so thirsty.
All right, I'm going to use one of my charges of my water skin and let her drink it.
She just takes and she's just like, so thank you.
We're going to need you to be a little bit more stronger for a little time, a little stronger for a little bit longer, Elsie. We're going to get out of here.
She like slowly gets up to her feet, just I can do it, and she just kind of like moves forward, like just kind of like hobbling, like you could tell like she's trying so hard to be brave, but you can tell she's just in an extraordinary amount of pain.
She's probably hungry too, right? Are you hungry, Elsie? Do you need a little bit boost?
I still have a little bit of food left, but thank you. Been surviving on.
All right.
Okay.
Hold on. We need you being able to move full. Hold on, Elsie. I got a little something I can do here. Gonna make things feel all right?
Okay.
And he's going to.
Just close your eyes, Elsie.
Just close your eyes. It's gonna be okay. And he's going to reach into a pouch and kind of rub some mud together on his hands. And there's like a little bit of a soft green glow. And then he reaches and both touches where he finds any kind of leftover wounds or where it looks like she's having trouble with, essentially. And just lets that light kind of gently flow into her. And he's going to cast Cure Wounds.
That's why Fizzle said, close your eyes, Elsie. No.
She's like, wait, what? Oh. It's like she like almost kind of like speechless, like she's never seen anything like that, like in her lifetime. What?
Elias is going to put a finger to his lips and go, "You're all right."
And she just kind of shakes her head, and you do notice like she's moving a little bit better. Like, oh, I do feel better.
Good.
Yeah, I can do this. I can do
All
it.
right.
And she's still limping and stuff, but she's moving at a better pace. I still don't know if
Was this just a dead end too?
yeah.
Okay.
I still don't. I don't know.
Just be brave,
Elias
Elsie.
is-
Be brave. We'll blow shit up.
got-
Blow them up.
Elias has just got the bow out already as they're moving through.
Roll me as a group. Let's see. I want a perception check.
Oh, buddy. Hell yeah. Tell me that I was the one. Hell, of course it was. The guy with expertise and perception. Oh.
Yeah, press it.
I just think you're lagging, bud.
Okay, so I will click. It's not gonna let me click it. So, all right. So I just back out of that. I'll say as you guys were walking, Sin, you notice like your feet kind of are crunching, and as you reach down, you find like down here there is silver,
Silver.
Silver like coins or like ore?
like ore, like little silver chunks inside the water.
There's silver down here.
Are
Oh.
you sure? I didn't feel anything earlier.
Could use that. Though we don't even got the time to
Are you sure it's not
filter that.
hardened poop?
Am I pocketing like an ounce of silver, or is it just like a few grains spread out in a handful of dirt?
Yeah, like you really not sure. You just pick up like a cluster of like dirt and stuff that you see speckles in, but until you can like filter, you probably don't know how much is in there.
we'd have to come in here and like sift through the dirt and everything to try to find a decent amount.
Something worth
something worth investigating later, maybe.
Can Fizzla take her cartographer's thing out and kind of like mark a path of where the runes would have been?
Sure.
It'd be a really like bad sketch as they're kind of in a hurry, but
Right.
she's just trying to mark that silver is here.
All right. So did you find that? So before you go into the light, because that will bring you out of here, who's going up first?
Right.
All right. So go ahead and roll me in athletics for climbing up the rope.
Fizzla stands far away just in case he falls down and splashes.
Yeah, getting out's gonna be silly.
Yeah. So you start to like climb up. It's like 20 feet. You like start sliding down a little bit. The armor's just heavy. You start climbing up more. I'm gonna say like you make it out, but it's like a struggle. But there's people behind you, so like as you start slipping, like if you were the last to go, you probably would be more screwed. But as you guys kept slipping, you would like get an occasional like no, and you're able to make it out. So go ahead and walk into the light. Walk in the light, Caroline. All right, so
Finn is like glued to Elsie's side, by the way. Like he'll be going up at the same time as her.
okay. So as you walk out, you climb, you get to that top thing, combat begins.
Fuck.
You don't even know what you see at this moment. Let's see, where are they? Oh, I do still have them. Okay. So out of nowhere, like you just getting up, you're kind of like dusting yourself off. You see like this flash just come at you. It's going to take. I'm going to start getting combat started. Begin combat.
Am I surprised?
You are surprised. They're going to get first attack. You will, as your attack of opportunity for the first one is going to be bringing out your weapon and shield, so you will not get an actual attack on the first attack as you're just climbing up and you didn't have that out yet. Like this is like, think of this as like you are literally just like popping up. Like these things were waiting for you.
Yeah, this trick shot I have specifies as long as I'm not surprised, and so that's what I wanted to clarify.
So this thing comes out, bringing its claw out, taking a slice. I thought that was going to be a 20. The first attack misses. The second attack, this one...
I thought it was going to be a 1.
This one
I know, it was close.
Does connect, a slashing at you. It runs off in this direction. It's going to go into... It's going to make an attempt to hide.
I have to make a con saving throw.
Oh, yeah, that's right, you do. All right, and you're... Okay, so it does successfully hide from you. So you don't quite see where it went. Did you did succeed the con saving throw. All right, second one comes out. It takes a slash at you. This one does connect as well. Max damage. Boom, slashes 14 points of damage. Second attack.
14 points of damage.
Yeah, I rolled max damage. All right, at least you succeeded that. This one does, oh my god, double max. All right, so this one you do get an attack of opportunity against.
I do not.
God.
He's down.
How'd you get down?
14, 14, and
30,
right?
34 damage will do that.
God, that was very unlucky. All right, so it does run off and it hides. So everybody, I'm not going to say everybody, I'm going to say the next 2 people can come up. Who wants to come up? You do hear this commotion.
I guess Elias would get up there next.
The Trauma will go.
Okay, so Elias, go ahead and walk into it. I'm going to say you guys are like in a feat of like heroic strength, not wearing heavy armor or anything like that. You guys are able to climb up, so... Go ahead and walk into the light.
Am I supposed to maybe click it like before?
No, you should just be walk into it. There you go.
Oh, okay.
All right, so
I had to move up a square.
So as you said, you're walking up first. You're going to get attacked by another one.
Oh boy.
This one comes out. I am going to say you were more combat ready. So, well, actually, I guess you don't get attack of opportunity with the bow anyways.
Well, I imagine I wouldn't have anything in my hands. I was just climbing a rope.
Yeah, I was just going to say you came out more combat ready. So, like, the second you got the rope, you had it out. But, yeah, I guess that one does miss. Second attack does connect. All right, at least it wasn't max damage. Need you to roll con.
Minimum damage.
All right, so you are bleeding. So, as it comes out, slash, brings out is going to attempt to hide. This one actually does not hide from you, which means for the first time, you get to kind of see what these look like. So they're like these. Oh, I didn't. There you go. They're like these husks. And what you saw, like what you thought was a snake, is them actually dragging skin behind them. Like they were once people, and these bursted out of them, and their skin just follows them in a trail behind. They can.
No.
So yeah, that is basically what you see. It is now yours or Trauma's turn. You guys are both up now, out now.
I don't have any potions to help Karnak at all.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess Elias can go first, and he will head over and cure wounds Karnak with another spell.
Slaps him in the face with some mud.
Kind of, quickly get some dirt out, or like a little bit of dirt out that then he kind of, as the magic kind of flows into his hands, turns into mud that he rubs together, and kind of he's doing it quick this time, so he kind of more so like slaps it to like a what's those paddles almost, and he just kind of like pumps it into him.
Okay.
As a poop roll, unfortunately.
The level of exhaustion I have is from being unconscious or something that they did to me.
Probably from being unconscious. You should have one level, right?
Correct, yeah.
Yeah, just from being unconscious. So that you're able to, you got this life breathed into you. That like you're down, you're unconscious, and all of a sudden, like this sudden jolt of awareness comes down to you. You look down, there's like blood all over you. Like it happens so quick. You're almost just like, what
Elsie.
the hell just happened? And you almost understand what Elsie just went through. Now, if you want to use your bonus action to point out the one, or if not, nobody else sees it.
Yeah, he is going. Well, I kind of feel like this might do 2 in 1. He's going to. I was going to do for his bonus action Hunter's Mark.
Okay, yeah, that would work too.
Which will kind of like make him like light up. So we'll use one of my freebie uses here. No, we're gonna do not consume spell slot and just mark off one of my freebie uses.
Marcia's reconnecting to the Discord, by the way.
Okay.
And then, being that I now have Hunter's Lore, the information of what their weaknesses are, resistances, and whatnot, I guess would just kind of like flood into his mind.
They are resistant to necrotic, and they're immune to poison and charmed.
Okay. And no vulnerabilities.
No vulnerabilities.
Okay.
Sorry, my connection was a little funky there.
You're fine.
All right, and then I guess just as the other part of his action or whatever, he just kind of like gets the bow out so that he's ready to have some form of attack.
Okay. Good. Is there interact? That's perfectly fine. All right.
And then, does he want to move anywhere? He didn't move that far.
He can still move.
This is a wall here, right?
Yes.
He's gonna get to this side of this and kind of move there, so his back is to that wall.
Okay.
And then he's got the table blocking off over there. And then that's it.
All right. Perfect. So now we have Trauma or Karnak can go.
Fizzla and Sin.
Yeah, since Trauma went up first and they
Okay.
were up here, then after one of them go, then one of you guys can go up.
Yes, I'll
I
go.
guess, yeah, you go ahead.
Yeah. I'll go ahead.
All right, so you see this guy over this way, and as you also did notice as you were doing like that cure wounds, like he almost looked like angry, like it almost seemed to piss him off more.
Oh, the creature?
Yeah.
So I can do that two-handed barrage, correct?
What's two-handed barrage?
Attack. I can fire both guns at the same time.
Correct. Yeah, you can use that as an action and a bonus action. So essentially, you can get 4 shots off.
Right. Okay. So let's go ahead and do that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You don't have to actually do that. You can just fire the shots. You don't have to
Right.
actually press it. Okay.
So it says use ability left hand revolver. Okay. Attack. I don't know. I don't see the dice roll.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to just attack for you because I don't know what's wrong with your system today.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right, so Trauma is going to attack with it. You see both of his guns out. He's just gonna shoot left hand. That does miss. Right hand also missing. Jeez.
Would you be attacking with that stance on that gives you -2?
He's getting
I don't-
-2.
Oh, no,
because
never mind,
of,
that's the cover.
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and use my luck for that last shot.
Okay. Jesus. Missed.
All right. You're fired.
Yeah,
So,
right? All right, now we're doing the other barrage. Left hand.
Right, bonus, yeah.
That one did hit. Oh, 4 max damage,
and
which
it's
exploded. So hit for 8 points of damage. Shot him. Right hand, also connecting.
That's what I'm just seeing him
Yeah,
like shoot
so
his
from
pistol.
down below, all you guys are seeing like
Gun-
these little flashlights.
And hearing gunshots, right?
And
Yeah.
gunshots just echoing through the air. So, anything else you would like to do on your turn? You want to move or?
Yeah, I want to move. I can actually move myself.
Okay.
I want to get out of the way in case he decides to. Yeah, I think I'm out of his way.
Okay.
So if he does.
All right. So that is Trauma's turn. It is now Karnak. You want to go?
Sure. I didn't know if it was going to be their turn or not.
Yeah, I'm gonna let both of them come up right after you go because they're not getting another turn this round.
Okay. Yeah, I will. So when I have half cover, does that include melee attacks when I'm behind my shield or only ranged?
Just ranged.
Just ranged. Okay. So I am going to.
Oh,
walk
but you're talking about
10
for
feet.
your shield brace.
Correct. Yeah.
That's a good question. It should probably be for melee as well, which means I'll need to program it differently. But yeah, it's a good point. So yeah, it will count for melee as well.
Okay. So 1 exhaustion with this new system, I have reduced movement speed equal to 5 times my exhaustion level.
You should not. You should only have -1 from your attacks. Why is it doing that? It's supposed to use the new 2024 rules. Oh wow, yeah. What the heck? All right, I guess what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna remove the exhaustion. Oh wait, for some reason I gave it to you twice.
I can put a situational -1.
Yeah, that was
rolls for
exactly
now.
what I was just about to say. So let me go ahead and remove that, and then I'll make sure it's off your character. Delete. All right, so yeah, you should be good. Just put situational -1.
Okay. I am going to walk. Let's go. I can't tell how far that actually was. Here. Okay, so I could go all the way out to it, but what I'm going to do they all kind of go out in the same direction to the southeast there?
You have no idea. Like from what you saw was a flash, and then another one, then everything went black for you. So you have no idea what the other one's doing.
Okay. Then I'm going to come right here. And then as an action, I will shield brace. And I don't have a way of healing myself, so I will cross my fingers.
All right.
There.
Putting your shield inside the ground, just getting braced with your gun out and ready, almost like an immobile turret right now is what Karnak is. All right, so Fizzla and Sin can come up. And Sin, are you bringing her up with you, or are you leaving her down there?
Sin will kneel down and say, Fizzla, help them, and brace to boost her up the rope.
Okay.
And then once she's up, I will do the same for Elsie and follow her up.
Okay.
Maybe Elsie should stay down here.
All right, so Fizzla, go ahead.
I don't trust it down here.
Oh, okay. So is combat movement a thing right now while I'm down here?
No, you can go ahead and get out.
So I'm gonna.
You'll get into combat right when you get up. All right, so you are out. You are in combat. It is your turn. What you see is right over here. It's marked from the hunter.
Okay.
So it does have like this little shimmer to it.
So Fizzla. So I have my full movement.
Yes.
Looking around the ruins on me, is there anything that's elevated at all?
So this right, anything elevated, not high enough that it would make like a big difference. The walls are around you are about 9 feet tall, like what you can see is like the broken ones.
Okay.
But yeah, like nothing's like highly elevated. Maybe in the bottom left corner would be a little bit higher, the rubble that's there, like over here, but
Okay. She's taking a quick look of her surroundings. That's what Fizzla does. Her goggles are still down, and she is going to. Where was my alchemy things located at again for my mad scientist?
in your features.
Right? Okay, yes. I look at that. Seeing Karnak is hurting, everything like that. I'm just gonna save that. She is going to actually run to Karnak. I was like, buddy, what happened? As she's like
So fast.
quickly grabbing. She's like talking as she's moving, so she's quickly grabbing out a potion. And she is going to be like, Karnak, here, you must have this. You must. We need you top shape. These things. Oh my God, everybody's so bloody. And so she is going to give you a potion of healing. That's her main action.
No, go ahead and do it.
I love healing.
I don't know if I should just
Just click him like you're targeting him.
letting me. Oh wait, because I'm hitting the wrong button.
No.
And then
Yep.
crossing my fingers with you, buddy.
Oh, you got an explosion. Why are the explodes not working though?
So it has me
Oh,
have
it
to do
did.
another
It
roll.
did.
I have to just roll again, right?
No, you've hit it twice for some reason.
Okay.
Yes, exit that out. So it did explode. So yeah, you got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you got 11 points of healing from that potion.
Oh, I guess you
Feel
should.
better.
Oh, I hit apply. You think you needed to hit apply? So go ahead and add 11 to.
You got it.
I got it.
Oh, you got it. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, I got it.
You feeling better, buddy? How's Fizzla favorite doing?
Yeah, I feel better.
Fizzla favorite. Okay. Here we go. So she, I guess, with the remainder of her movement, she is going to. Let's see, is that a action? Yeah. I guess she's gonna hold. She's gonna go back. So that was 5. She's gonna go in between these two.
Okay.
Hope she's safe there.
Is that your turn?
That's her turn. Yeah.
All
She
right.
got Karnak back. Try to get Karnak back up on his feet.
All right. Let me
She
get-
saw him crossing his fingers as he was like holding his shield and stuff. So I guess that's a symbol of like somebody fucking help me as they've done their travels in the last 6 months. So Fizzle's like, ooh, I can't throw fire. Must help Karnak.
And she did come up with you, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Your turn, Sid. You are in combat officially.
Can you have her stand like towards the corner?
Like this corner?
No, to the.
This corner? Okay.
Yeah. So how's Karnak doing? Do you need more treatment or?
Karnak's still looking bloodied, but better. But
Yeah,
bloodied. Hey, are you bloodied? No. Maybe you're not bloodied.
I am bleeding.
Yeah, you're bleeding.
That's what it
correct.
says.
Yeah.
I should not be prone anymore.
No,
though.
I just took it
as
out.
I say it.
Yeah,
Is the bleeding something I can treat with my battlefield medicine?
you can.
I'll do that then.
All right. So go ahead and use your healer kit on him, and then you can choose to use a heal. And I will say that will automatically remove the bleeding as you will be patching it up.
Okay, and that's an action.
Yes, I believe it. I believe so, right? And look at your healer feat.
I would have to assume so.
Yeah, I would assume so.
I highly doubt it's a bonus action.
Yeah, action.
Okay. We only have one visible target.
Yep.
Like right here.
I will spend my bonus action to put a seal on it.
Did you use your healer kit on Karnak?
Yeah, I did. I burned one. I'm down to 6 charges.
Did it give you the option to roll for a heal, Marshall?
No, nothing popped up for me to heal.
Oh, okay. You'll have to spend your
Okay.
hit die manually then.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
so if you want to use a heal, go ahead and just use one of your hit die.
Okay, I'm adding my con modifier as well.
Yep.
+2 from my proficiency.
+2. Okay, so that's going to be a D10 plus 1 plus 2, so a D10 plus 3. Or 9. So I will put myself at 28.
I can just apply it. Or did you already do it?
I just did it. I just hit enter.
Yep, that's fine.
I'll remove a hit die, I think. How do I?
I got it.
Thank you. I'm not sure how to do that one.
Yep, you're fine. All right, and you've interdicted. Perfect. All right, so that will make it the next round. I believe everybody has went.
I think so.
There we go. Now I think it used it.
Yeah. All right, so it is their turn. One of them is going to come out. It is going to sweep by super quick, and it is going to attack the one that casted a heal.
Yep.
That one does come out, slices, hits for 13 points of damage. Failing that, he will become.
I don't know why it made me roll concentration.
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah,
you lost your
Hunter's Mark.
concentration on your hunter's mark.
concentration as well.
Yep. So you are bleeding
Yeah.
as well, and it is going to attack again. This one does miss. It is going to go off this way. Fortunately, nobody right there had a melee weapon out. So nobody gets attack of opportunity. And it is going to hide, and it does successfully hide from everybody. So it is one of your guys' turn. You do see Elsie kind of like almost getting like antsy, like, we shouldn't be here.
Do we run, guys? Do you think that these things are going to catch up to us?
I don't think we can outrun these things.
They're way too fast.
Yeah, they seem too fast. We'll get out of this.
Yeah.
though.
Yeah, I mean, Elias can go and reapply Hunter's Mark and then actually get a shot off and do a lot of damage.
All right.
I want to go soon and treat that bleeding on Elias.
Yeah.
All right. So do you want
But
to...
Elias
Do you want me to do that first, or do you want to go first, Elias?
kind of wants to get the mark on there so that that one doesn't hide before he can mark it again.
All right.
Yeah, that sounds.
It's a good idea. Yeah.
At least we'll have one of them in our eyesight.
So he'll do that again as his bonus action. And then his action, he will Attack with the bow. Holy shit, we just can't roll to save our lives.
Yeah. Oh, you don't have an inspiration, do you? Yeah, you already used it.
I used it, unfortunately. Wait, but why is it not... That should be a 10. It's not applying my... It's actually -2 in...
Yeah, because you're trying to attack the two people in front of you. Or no, he's behind cover because the tree log thing. That's what it is.
Yep. So -2 from... Okay, it's canceling out my archery fighting style from that.
Yep.
Yeah, Jesus Christ, though, these rolls are fucking terrible.
Alright, anything else?
Unfortunately, I only have one attack around, so I guess, being that he can't shoot to save his life right now, he's going to, as part of his action, then put the bow away and draw a sword.
Okay, alright. So it is now one of their turns. This one is going to come out, and it is going to slash at the bloodied Dragonborn, which I think this is where you get an attack, right? Because you're a shield.
If it attacks me as a reaction, I
Okay.
can fire at it.
So
I don't know where that happens to the order of operations, though.
Yeah, so it is going to attack. So it's coming out of hiding again. So goes the slice, misses. Second attack. This one does connect. Jeez, oh Pete's.
Wow.
Can you chill, Mr. DM?
What do you have against
I'm
Karnak?
not gonna have enough healing charges for all this.
Comes out, gets a second slice off. Shoot. Go ahead and take your shot.
Okay.
You know, and I'm going to change this thing. It shouldn't take your reaction because you should still get your attack of opportunity as well. So it won't take that. It'll take your, I guess, your normal reaction, but it won't take. You still get attack of opportunity, if that makes sense. So you get this attack.
Okay. Attack.
That does hit.
Blam.
All right. Reload. It's going to run, and then you can attack again.
Oh, I get a reload?
Yeah, the brace should be a reload after every attack. Like, for when you're bracing. It's supposed to, like, incentivize you to do that action.
Okay, so anytime
Yeah.
I'm brace, I can
Correct.
reload as part of my attack.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
you're supposed to basically make you into a mobile turret. So, yeah.
Understood.
All right, so now it's going to run away from you, so you can take attack of opportunity if you choose.
Which I can do with my pistol.
Correct. With you, for you, a pistol's a melee weapon essentially. Like you have,
Okay, I understand.
you have different rules because it's kind of the way your character is built. That's why you don't get disadvantage either when they're at close range. So it does miss, but you still do 3 points of damage because of the Grey's mechanic, and it's like so close that it does run off back into the woods. It is going to attempt to hide, which it does successfully hide. These are very fast, stealthy little effers. So
Yeah.
now it's one of
I would like to, on that missed shot, use suppressive fire, and on a 10-foot radius centered on a point within range, they must make a whiz save or have disadvantage on their next attack roll.
Ooh, okay, nice.
So it would be on him. I can do it up to 2 times.
All right, so I will do wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom save.
That is probably a failure, I assume.
Yeah, let me see. If I click on it.
Your character seems really
it
cool,
doesn't-
Marshall.
Yeah, I like it. I'm excited.
All right, a 7 has to be a failure, but
It's 8. It's 8 plus proficiency plus modifier
So-
for the saving throw, right? So that's going to be 13.
okay, yeah. So he rolled a 7, so he will get disadvantage on his next attacks. Very nice.
Okay.
Let me try to. What can I put on there to remember that? I'll put surprise on him, I guess. We'll try to use that to remember.
Oh shit. Sorry, I'm still getting used to my character. Can I burn my reaction to use evading seal to reduce the damage
Ooh,
Karnak took?
sure. Yeah, I'll allow it. So go ahead and click on Karnak.
Lovely.
Or roll it, and then I'll just minus that off of him because there's no way for me to program it.
So what are these seals? Is like magic seals that are coming out?
Yeah.
Let me reload my gun.
You do not get to reload off of a attack of opportunity, just your attack from the seal. So you will have to use your bonus action next round to.
Just could reload that. Understood.
All right. So you minused it by 2.5. Wow. What was that roll? Oh, you rolled a 1. Son of a bitch. So it's 2 points of damage. He reduces it by.
Not rounded
Hey, you know,
up.
we're to 16.
Hey, yeah. At this point, that's actually not bad at these levels.
Yeah, I thought we were
Yeah.
rounding up, but to 3?
Oh, so then 17. Okay, we can round up.
Hey, I'll take it.
I think it
Thank
says
you.
round down in the thing, but rounding up. is
Yeah.
fine. All right.
Oh, sorry. I thought I must have misremembered.
Generally it's round up. Yeah, in the player's benefit.
We will go with that. So, All right, so we did that. It went away. It hid. It's one of your guys' turn. This one is still out and visible.
I know you wanted to stop the bleeding on Elias, right?
Yeah.
I just want to make sure I go before Traumacus because I can give you a +1 to attack. So
Is it my turn again then?
Yeah, go ahead.
hunker down, guys. Karnak, hold strong.
All right.
It spent one of my dice, but I didn't see.
Yeah, I don't know if it's working properly, so just go ahead and roll whatever you'd be.
Yeah, hold on.
Oh.
I gotta pop up.
Oh, perfect.
Ooh, is that,
Ooh.
does that,
I don't think the
No, not for
healer
healer
kit
kits.
explodes,
Explodes.
unfortunately.
still, Meg?
Oh, that's so weird. It it showed a 10 on the screen, but then it's only if you look at the
Yeah.
log, it only says I got 5 hit
Yeah,
points.
the rolls are off. We noticed that last week when it showed Sassy rolled a 4, but it rolled a 3. So I don't know why it's doing that. It is not correlating. It looks like, okay, and it does re-roll if you get a 1. Okay. So unfortunately, I got to go by what it says in the chat because technically the dice mod is
that's
a
fine.
mod. So you do get 5 points of healing and your bleeding stops, which is the important part. All right. What else are you doing, Sin?
What's your con mod, Elias?
A +1. I just have the tough feet, so that's why I have more hit points.
Okay. It gave the +2 for my proficiency, but I think he gets 1 more from his con mod.
Okay, I'll add 1 more. +1. All right. So you still have a bonus action, right?
Yeah, move, action.
Now, when you use that abating, does that burn the seal off of the guy, or does he still have that on him? It just burns one of your seals, I think, right?
It just uses one of my
Okay.
remaining seals. It doesn't remove it from the target.
Perfect.
Which, since that's the only target I can still see, I'm going to put a second seal on him.
Okay. So if you hit the claws bound, it should say place, and that's how it. All right. He does now have 2 on him.
Okay. It doesn't show me that he has two.
Yeah, I need to
But, okay.
I need to change that. I see it when I click on his sheet, but I don't have it set. There's just always show, I guess.
Okay, that's fine.
All right. So that is your turn then.
Yes.
All right, so it is their turn next. It is going. This one was definitely pissed off at the heel, so it's going to run this way. It is going to attack the ranger. Oh my
Oh
god.
my god.
Yeah. Boy.
Well, this was a fast adventure.
Wait, my armor broke?
It
What
can
the
it
fuck?
can break. Yeah, so it's not broken, but it is damaged.
Did I pass? Yes, thank God I passed my concentration roll.
And unfortunately, he gets 1 more attack. So he is going to run off.
I do have a sword out this time.
Oh, you do? Yep, you sure do. So go ahead and get your attack of opportunity off.
Oh, I guess. Okay, here we go.
Did you pass? I saw you pass the concentration, but did you pass the bleed? You did not pass the bleed, so you are
No, I'm
again.
bleeding again.
Poor Sid.
Okay.
Oh, you did hit. That's good.
So that damage plus the Hunter's Mark damage, and then I'm gonna roll 1 more D8 from Colossus Slayer.
Nice.
19 damage.
All right. So as it comes in super quick, slashes you, gets a giant slash. It just slashes like right across your chest, and you see like you look down, you just see like blood, and your leather is kind of shredded in the middle. Second attack, it does miss, and it goes to flee again from you, and as that does it, you end up slicing right through its back, and you do hear like a little like shrill like, and it runs off. I don't know, can it still hide if it has Hunter's Mark on?
I believe it can, but I also see here. It doesn't specifically. I have advantage to like find it on any check.
So it does still hide then, and I guess you'd have to search for it, and you'd get advantage on that. All right, so let me see if it hides successfully. Ooh, I don't think this one actually hides. It would hide. The only Fizzla or Trauma wouldn't see it, so someone would have to use their bonus action to point it out. You hear the noise, I would say, because technically you don't have visual, but you can hear the noise that it's like probably like over here for those that did pass. All right, that is their turns. So Fizzla and Trauma's turn.
Fizzla will go next because she wants to upgrade Trauma's weapons.
Okay.
So for a bonus action, while this whole time everything that she's been working with all these little tools on Traumacus's guns because they missed like 3 times. No help for the DM there on his no 20s for
I rolled good
Traumacus.
for them.
And she's going to jury rig his guns. So as a bonus action, I can quickly adapt, fix, or repurpose gear. So I can grant an ally advantage on a weapon check until the end of their turn or until used once. So,
Okay. So just one of his guns, right? So what, like the left one?
yeah, left gun.
Okay. So, and Sin, if you want, since you're the only one with your reaction left who would have seen it, I'll let you use your reaction if you choose to point out where it's at.
Oh, can I use my ash mark reaction then to order someone to attack it?
Nobody could see it from this point. So, like, you're almost just pointing out where you heard it from. So, like, they're going to have to go, like, around the wall to see it. So I don't think you'd be able to use that ash mark reaction to do it. But if you want, you can use your reaction to point out where you heard it.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. So, anything else you're doing?
Oh, yeah.
What else are you doing?
She's going to move. Sin pointed out where?
He pointed out the sound is this direction.
Okay. So
It's on the other side of the wall.
So she is going to, let's see, that is, so she's going to do a little giggle, go, she's going to move forward because she's sick of these little bastards doing whatever they want. So it's about 11 feet here. And then she is going to take some of my boom juice number 7. And she throws a firebomb. And she's hoping...
The less known sequels, Hamambo number 5.
Yep.
She's
Boom juice number
hoping
7.
that it hits some of the other ones and exposes. Oh, are you
Wow.
kidding me? Kidding me? Do I?
Hell yeah.
Well, they both succeeded, but you did hit, but you did expose another one that was right here against the wall, like leaned up, like almost like part of the shadow. So you did manage to do 1 point of damage to both.
Well, boom juice number 7 is going to become boom juice number 8, Fizzla says, as she harumphs. Number 7 was not very calculated. So then she is going to want to move away. But I got to make sure what happens with this here. Let's see what this does. Okay, so she's going to chance it to move away as she cannot take hits like that.
You are going to get hit with attack of opportunity.
I know. She's,
Okay.
she's chancing it to get back to her team. So if all of a sudden you see her take out this almost like metal bone mesh screen, and she like blocks her as she runs away.
All right, and what does that do again?
So my hardened screen gives me a plus C to triggering effects. Would make this one miss because that'd be a 15, and it hit for it rolled a 14, right?
It rolled a 19.
Oh, I thought it was
Was
a
this?
damn. For some reason, I saw the dice different.
But it rolled 14, but then plus 5.
Oh,
for-
you have a plus 5,
Yeah.
so I guess that won't help then.
Right.
So I guess can I keep that?
Yeah,
I thought I was.
I'll
going-
refund resource. All right, so as your little legs go to run away, you just get slashed and it goes right through the back, and that is its reaction.
I took how much damage?
7. All right, Trauma, your turn.
Ooh, this is
You go
fight
to
is a
move
tough
and
fight.
tell me what to attack, and I'll trigger it for you. All right, I guess you could try it
Oh.
once, but
So, come on. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and do the double shot.
all right. Do you want to try it, or should I just do it?
Give it a try here, see if it will. So, left revolver.
So you can put +1 in the situational for that because technically she gave you a +1.
Oh, okay. The roll didn't happen for me anyway.
Okay, so I'll do it. All right. So the left trigger goes to shoot. Consume +1. Jesus Christ. So that one does miss. Do you want to use inspiration or lucky?
No, I actually have that trick shot where if I miss, I can shoot again.
Okay. So we're gonna use the trick shot. So let's see where it's at. Trick shot.
It's Deadeye Strike. Deadeye Strike.
Use. All right. It is used. All right. So all right, let's go ahead and strike again. +1. Oh shoot. All right, that does hit. Oh, and it explodes.
Ooh, ooh.
So
Whoop, whoop.
yeah, one is gonna go. Hits for 8 points of damage. Right hand attack. This does not get the +1.
There we go.
Also connecting.
Traumacus Grey. Shoot them to death.
Left hand attack +1. That should hit too. Yep, that hits.
And that should actually be a...
No, it's not. It's not a natural 19. It's a 19 after all
Oh.
your bonuses. And then left attack.
Nice.
That is a
That one
natural
is.
crit.
Yeah.
And one exploded.
Yeah.
And
And
it
it
explodes.
exploded. Okay, they're only can only explode once, so. Yeah, so you guys just see Trauma. He turns that corner.
Nice.
And you hear a bunch of screeching, so you know it hit pretty well. But even with all those hits, You do notice, Trauma, that it still doesn't even look bloody.
Oh no.
So, do you want to move backwards? You still move
Yeah, I'm gonna move back. So I'm gonna say that, folks. I just want you to know that I nailed that thing good, and there's no blood on it. Doesn't even look bloody, and that's the end of my.
All right. So it is their turn first. I'm gonna go with this one first, just so I remember that attacks with disadvantage. It is going to run out and it's going to attack our little turret over here. Disadvantage. Ooh, nice disadvantage. A second attack, disadvantage, and it missed. So as this one comes out of hiding, it goes and it attacks. Both attacks hit the Dragonborn, but it just takes his shield and blocks the second attack, as he just stands like this turret with his gun out and ready. It is going to run this way, and it is going to attempt to hide, as nobody's went this turn, so they don't have their reaction yet. And it is going to attempt to hide.
Only the first attack should have been a disadvantage. It's just the next. It's like opposite of guidance, basically.
Oh, okay. Well, we're just gonna. I'm not gonna reroll history. It's fine.
Okay.
But now we know for next one, which we.
Are you both bleeding again?
Oh yeah.
So That is, he successfully hides, and that is his turn. It is one of your guys' turn.
I'll go first and treat Elias again.
Of course.
Cindy, remember when you used to get to attack?
What's attacking?
You're keeping us alive, Sin.
Nope.
Hey.
Well, let's find out. Okay. Seems like the healer one doesn't quite work, but that one was a better heal, so that'd be +1 for the Constitution modifier also, so it ended up being 9.
So they have to use their hit dice, though?
Yes.
So once they run out of hit dice?
Yeah, it's not just like a magical healing device. Yeah, they have to use their hit dice.
Okay, that time it used the charge, I'm down to 3.
Yeah, good. Anything else?
I will move here so I can treat Karnak next time. Don't think I have anything useful to use on my bonus action for now, since nothing's in sight.
No.
So.
All right.
Yeah, that's my turn.
So let me go ahead and end that. It will be one of their turns. This one comes out. That looks like it was on fire. It is going to attack the ranger. Fantastic. Oh my god. He's bleeding again.
Oh, and failed the concentration. Yep. It's just over for me this combat.
Rip. Let's see. It is going to attack again. This time it does miss. So it comes through. Slashes again. Again, just blood squirting out, like almost getting on like the cheek of Fizzla saying.
I don't know why Rangers don't have Dex and Con as their proficient saving throws instead of Strength and Con.
I don't know.
Instead of Strength and Dex, rather.
And then the second attack comes through and just able to dodge last second, is going to run off. You do have your attack of opportunity. Oh, wait, no, you haven't won this turn, so you don't not got that back yet. So it is going to run this direction. Actually, we'll let it run this direction, and we'll give Sin a chance for attack of opportunity so the poor guy can attack something. Do you want to use your inspiration?
Sure.
Okay, it does hit.
Oh, what's Savage Attacker again?
That's where you get to re-roll a die if it rolls a 1, I think.
Twice, yeah.
Yeah,
you get to re-roll low damage rolls.
All right.
Yeah, you roll the damage dice twice and take the better result.
Alright, so I guess you can try rolling damage again.
See if it
I don't
goes
know
higher.
if Savage is working, see if it's higher than 6. So I guess just roll the 1d8 plus 3 or some shit. Yep, here you go.
Oh, there you go.
Alright, so I will refund the first one.
Eked out
And we will
2
use
more
this
damage.
one. Highest damage. Alright. So as you hit this one, Sin, this is the one that you saw like had bullet marks and bullet holes and stuff into it. And as you slash it, you end up shedding what you see like is like an exterior from it and exposing more parts of its frail body. You don't really know what that means, but all you know is that like you did. It seems like you broke kind of like a shell from it, if that makes sense.
That one's looking worse for wear. Was that the one that I had seals on?
That is not the one you had seals on. I don't think. Let me double check, but I don't think it is. No, this one does not have seals. So,
these guys got either 2 actions or 2 bonus actions to be able to be attacking and hiding every round. These guys are tough.
It's part of their character.
Yeah, they're...
Yeah, they think of it as like a layer action, but yeah, just It's part of the game, bro. All right, but he feels miserably hiding, probably because of the injury. So he's sliced up. The shell comes off, and like it, you almost see him still because he's like shedding pieces off him. So it's like easier to track where he is at. And that is their turn. But give me 1 second because I need to change some stuff on him. Okay, it is your guys' turn.
Okay.
So I do say to the team, I could put a smoke grenade on us. Maybe they can't hit us as easily then if we want to make her stand here. We just got to step out of the smoke. Can you? You can shoot. If you step out of smoke, you can then shoot, right?
Mm-hmm.
Something tells me they're going to be able to see through the smoke, and I think that's going to help them more than it will hurt.
Okay, just
help
offering.
us.
Go ahead, Jordan.
Okay, do you want to shoot that one? So I guess I will just do it for you. So as Trauma sees the one hiding behind this flesh, he's like, good, puts both of his guns up again. You will be able to do an attack with each, but then you're going to have to reload one. You have 1 round left in each gun.
That shouldn't be. Because I didn't fire any single shots. I've done 2 rounds of combat. That's 2, 2, and then 2.
Maybe when one of them went through. Okay, so you should have 2 rounds left, I guess. Maybe when you were firing and then I was firing, it was counting both of them. Okay, so you have 2 shots left in both then, because you've done 4. That makes sense. So left shot. That one does connect, and you do notice as that bullet went through it that it did seem to do a lot more impact. Like it didn't, like the first shots you did, it almost felt like you were shooting into a tree, and now it feels like you're shooting into flesh. But right attack, you got a 1. Do you want to use inspiration or luck?
Luck.
Okay, so let me take away lucky.
Do you feel lucky, Bunk?
All right. Yeah, he has a lot of rerolls.
That's how he built his character.
Yep, that's exactly how he built his character. All right, that one does miss though. It's not a. You don't misfire now though. Left shot. That one also misses. You want to use inspiration or anything, or?
Yeah, inspiration.
All right, that one connects. All right. Also, the bullet just blows through it. Right attack. That one misses. Use anything.
Great. So.
You have one. You have 1 more lucky and 1 more deadeye if you want.
Oh, yeah, then deadeye.
All right. So that is your last trick shot. Right attack. Oops. Give the bullet back. It still misses. All right.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna back up and then I'm gonna tell Sin, but then I think we need to keep chopping that armor off that thing.
Right, we'll do.
Fizzla, while she's hearing the shots, is it our turn still?
It's one of their turns.
Okay.
All right, so this one comes out. It is going to. I think it actually makes sense since she's right here. It's going to go for Alice.
Wait, what? Where did it come from?
Across this wall. This was the one you heard before. So remember, there's no roof on it.
How low are these walls?
They're only
These
9
walls
feet.
are really tall.
They're
9 feet. I said it earlier.
Oh.
That's not really
So
tall.
it came up over the wall?
Correct. That's what a lot of these have been doing. They've been going up, over the wall, through the wall, over the wall.
Oh, see, I thought they were coming through the open gaps.
So was I.
Nope. They have been
So did I.
from everything. They have 40 climb speed and 40 walk speed. There you go. All right, so this one attacks. She does have a reaction that lets her automatically miss 1 attack. As she is quick and nimble, so she is going to get that back and attack. That one does hit though.
She may be still alive.
Oh yeah, she's still alive. You guys,
We healed her
probably
up.
wouldn't have been if you guys didn't heal her up so
Yeah, we
well.
patched her up.
It's going to run this way, and it is going to hide. That one does successfully hide from everybody. All right, but this one is still out, and that is the last of their turn, so it is all your guys' turns. Did this one go?
Fizzla would go next because she's going to use her last healing potion on Elias here.
Okay.
All right, drink up, Elias. This is my last one.
Fizzla always shoving stuff in people's throat.
Yep. You guys just hit up.
Hey.
He got it.
You got it? Okay. And then Fizz, for a bonus action, is going to activate her Echo Bug Distractor device, which is magical. And it's going to fly right here where she saw those, in this gap where she saw those 2 go. And it's going to spark, it sparks out these like magic sparks. She saw that it seems to be attacking Elias who did magic, so she's hoping it would want to attack it. It only has one hit would probably kill it. Like, it has... Where's my rock gnome feature? So you see like this almost like mechanical insect that kind of looks like a big ladybug, and it like flaps with these wings, and all of a sudden you see these sparks coming out of it. And it has a AC of 5 and 1 HP, just so you know.
Okay.
And it's sparking all these little magic sparks out to try to be distracting to these things for her bonus action. And that will be her turn.
What device is it?
It's my Echo Bug Distractor device.
Is that something I see, or is that just something you have created?
That with my rock gnome
Okay, perfect.
was one of my I haven't drawn a picture of that one yet.
That's totally fine.
But it is like a mechanical, almost big, like ladybug, and it out of its eye sockets comes out all these magic bursts.
All right. Anything else?
Nope.
All right. Whose turn?
I don't remember who's gone and who hasn't.
Elias has to go. Karnak.
I have not.
And that's it.
So I'm gonna walk myself to like 10 feet. Which one's rolling at 10? Okay, so I can see this dude who is 17 feet from me, so I should have enough movement. I can see this dude, correct?
Yes.
Yep. He failed his hiding.
Okay.
He's the one all the skin layers have fallen off. Looks like we hurt him.
Right. I'll put my shield out of the defensive stance, and I'll look at it and say, falling apart. Let's see if we can't speed that up. And my ash mark will start to burn cold on my arm, and I'll walk towards it and then fire point blank at it.
Okay. So Ryan with advantage.
Bonus action reload because I
Right. Yeah.
time.
Oh damn it! I could have used my ash mark when I missed that one arrow shot earlier.
Son of a.
Karnak just
we're
sees
also
this
learning
weird
characters.
ladybug just sparking out sparks in front of like behind him.
That does connect.
Okay, and this will add my strength modifier on top of it.
That's +3. If you want, you can put that in situational.
So,
if that's
yeah,
enough.
I'll do that for 12 damage.
Yeah. So, yeah, you put gun point blank. It shoots him, and you really see him like jerk back from that shot. He's still up though.
Oh my goodness. There's two.
And that will end my turn.
Do I have my reaction? Or did I burn it?
I think you burned it to hit him as he was running up, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
All right. So you're the last person with the turn.
No, Elias has.
That's right. That's what I'm talking to. Sorry.
Okay.
Oh wait, and you're still bleeding, aren't you, Karnak? So you also lose 2 blood. For
I am.
That, so -2.
He's gonna move over this way. The Karnak's kind of in the way. He's gonna have
Stupid fatty.
I am the way.
10, 15, 20. Yeah, I guess he'll go heat. Oh, is he still gonna have cover here?
If you target him, it should tell you.
It doesn't tell me.
Okay, so then he shouldn't have covered them.
Yeah, and then we'll just... I'm not within 5 feet, so we should just be able to do this. We just use the bow. Actually, should I? He's pretty low. I will hold that last spell slot, I guess.
All right. You see Elias pull out an arrow.
And then we'll add Colossus Slayer.
Nice.
All right. So then that. All right. So you fire the bow. You can describe how that looks for killing your first one.
He slipped past seeing one hit Elsie. He grits his teeth. He puts the sword away as he's moving and readies his bow and knocks the arrow as he's getting into position. He pops from around the corner past Karnak, quickly takes aim, fires. It goes right into that open hole in their face and out the back of the head. Elias spits on the ground near it and just goes, "Serves you damn right."
Love it. All right. It is the next round. It is their turn, but it is 9:07. I don't want to keep anyone later than they need to. So we will pick up from here next week into the middle of this fight. It is
Ooh,
their
excited.
turn next.